This is such a beautiful building. What do you use it for?
Oh, Mary, here where you see the windows in the front, we start the seedlings there. We have 5 shelf mechanisms that we bring in, set them up in front of the windows in the winter, start our little plants there. In the barn part, there are no windows, so it's complete darkness in there. It has its own heater, and so I can set the thermostat a little bit lower in there where the other one is higher for the seedlings. And I store my calla bulbs, my canna bulbs, my gladiolia bulbs. Almost everything in the garden has been started either from a seed, from a tuber, from a corm, whatever. We do most of that.
How many plants do you start?
Okay, this year, the seeds between my daughter and I, we started about 2,500 little seedlings. This would be the veggies or the annual flowers. I'm thinking my last count on the callas was in the neighborhood of 50. The dahlias, probably about 20. Cannas, probably over 100 of those and about 60 of the glads. So, and it's just ideal temperature. I have rolling carts with drawers, and so once I've harvested the tubers and the bulbs and so on in the fall, they go into those drawers. I leave the canna bulbs on the rolling shelves just to dry out first. And then I put a piece of burlap in the drawer and then just lay the canna bulbs in there. The calla I put in like a sawdust or shavings. I have shavings in the drawers and I put them in the shavings. My dahlia bulbs I wrap in a plastic wrap, which is the new way to do them, I guess. So I've had really good luck with that.
Well, I see that you have some beds around the side of your barn too. Tell me a little about those.
Okay, so in the front of the windows, we decided we would have little 2x2 wooden boxes for herbs. So we've got rosemary, lavender, some mint, and then as you go around the barn towards the back, I have my white garden. And it's called the white garden because everything that's in it is white. I have white milkweed plant, I have white phlox. Of course, I have to have beautiful little white petunias or large white petunias. And then I have another raised bed to the back of the barn where I have moss roses. It stands about this tall, so that it's just at deer height, of course, and so I have to cover it every night.
Your place is so stunning and so beautiful. Do you get a lot of visitors?
I do. We have visitors maybe 2 weeks before Memorial Weekend because the irises are blooming and we've got some color. All through the summer, people stop and come, and probably one of the more fun encounters I've had was I looked towards the swing over there, and in front of the swing was a blanket and a mom and a dad and grandparents and about 3 youngsters. I just settled in there looking over the garden. Oh, so that's so fun. And then I've had people have important photos taken in the gazebo, but we have people stopping in all the time.
Well,
It's fun. I love it.
I can understand why this would be such a destination garden. Are there some that the children like the most?
Oh, yes. In the beginning, my granddaughter was 6 years old and she loved fairies. And so we started out calling the entire thing the fairy garden. Over the years, I've purchased or received as gifts fairies. I believe I have 4 dozen fairies, ranging in size from 2 inches to 14, 16 inches tall. They are throughout all of the garden beds, and under the large tree, there is a fairy village with homes and bridges and little tiny fairies all around the trunk of the tree. And so the children that come here love it. They love going to look for their fairy because they've chosen one.
Do you use your beautiful gardens for educational purposes too?
I'm a Crow Wing County Master Gardener. I've been a Master Gardener for 13 years, so it's always fun to share experience with others and help them learn. Certainly, because of the problem with the monarch butterfly, I always like to talk about the importance of the milkweed plants. We have a lot of, it looks like a wild area, but there are swamp milkweed, regular milkweed. And again, one more thing for the kids, because they love to find those caterpillars. It just comes with the territory. It would be to have a novice gardener gardening with us and being able to answer questions. Even for education of myself and some of us who know more about gardening, we did a tomato experiment with planting 5 varieties, 5 each of each variety in 5 different areas. So I like to water my tomatoes with gallon jugs where you fill the water jug up and the water comes out. We used silver foil under one group of them. We used nothing under one group, red foil under another one, all of which supposedly were going to do one thing or another for those tomatoes. The tomatoes with the highest production, and I did not cheat, were my tomatoes with the gallon water jugs just in the raw dirt. So that was an educational piece for myself and for Dan and Jen, because they were in on the experiment.